Here I have my audience. Okay, so first of all, I'm just going to say thank you for joining me and thank you for willing to be my students today. And I hope you like as well as consider the information that I'm going to present to you guys. And they are also following along on their phones today to follow the presentation. So I'm going to be talking a little bit about how the environment affects our human health. This is a very, very complex subject and topic. So I'm just going to briefly summarize like a few of the aspects and discuss large concepts that have main effects on human health. So first we have pollution, and I'm sure you guys are aware of this factor, but it is probably the largest factor that has an effect on our health. And we might not even know how exactly, or you might not even know how it exactly affects our health. 1/3 of deaths of people dying from stroke, lung cancer, and heart disease are due to air pollution, according to World Health Organization. Pollution is very correlated to fossil fuel combustion, which is another word for climate change, which you guys hear of, I'm sure, all the time. And I was not aware, well, there's outdoor and indoor pollution, and they both affect each other, like, they're very closely linked together. Because indoor pollution is when you burn, your coal, your kerosene, which not everyone does. But if it gets outside, that obviously affects outdoor, and outdoor already has pollution of its own, coming from their cars, the factories, everything you guys probably already are aware of. But these pollutants have an effect on the circulatory and respiratory systems, as well as your heart, your lungs, your brain, and I really wasn't aware of like how it, affects our bodies, and it does contribute to more deaths than I was aware of. And obviously other factors come into play with those deaths, like smoking and just genetics even. But pollutants are held accountable for 1/3 of those deaths. So next we have, we have population. And I was not aware of how exactly population comes into play, but it's mainly overpopulation. Obviously more people, there's going to be more illnesses. We see this especially today with coronavirus. There's also water and food scarcity. 1 in 8 people, I didn't know, are malnourished right now. And water, obviously with more people, it's easier for water to get polluted with toxic pathogens, bacteria, and pollutants. And obviously you can't drink that water, so it becomes more scarce. And non-renewable resources are also disappearing. These non-renewable resources are stuff like coal, natural gas, oil, and there is a fact actually that in 35 years, natural gas is predicted to run out. So obviously more people, we give off carbon dioxide, more people, more carbon dioxide, and this is what accelerates climate change. So next we have food and drink pollution. My computer, okay. Food and drink pollution. Any chemical or microorganism that pollutes the air obviously is polluting the food and drinks that, especially like crops, which go outside. Obviously, if we have these polluted food and drinks, we can get any signs from food poisoning to hormonal and metabolic issues, which can stay with you your whole life, and even cancer can occur. Animals are mostly affected by these pollutants in the air because they're exposed to a higher number of pathogens, bacteria, contaminants, making it, especially fish especially. So these fish, birds, and just meat in general are exposed to a high amount of pollutants, which make it dangerous for us to consume. Other examples of how food can get polluted is like packaging factories, growing outside, like I said, and pesticide treatments especially. So, what can we do with these environmental factors in mind, stuff that we can't change? How can we improve our health with this stuff in mind? Obviously, you guys know you've heard of reducing your carbon footprint. Reduce, reuse, recycle, be less wasteful, be more mindful of what is being put into your body, and be less wasteful because, like I said, 1 in 8 people everywhere right now are either starving or malnourished. Walk the extra mile, or take the bike instead, because cars and obviously electricity has a huge impact on the environment every day. And just try to low carbon energy sources really do make a bigger difference than we're aware of. The Paris Agreement is another act that we are taking to overcome climate change. This focuses on joining with all nations to control climate change and control how much the temperature is rising each and every day. And that's a big act that we are using to kind of act on climate change. Food packaging and growth options are available. They do pose risks, which I discussed, but it also lessens the chance of pesticide treatment and pollutants in the air getting into the food. So indoor packaging is also available. And lastly, just stay informed, because the more we know about what's going on in the world and how we can be better and have a better effect on the environment, ultimately comes right back on us and can have a better impact on our health. So that's the main points. Do you guys have any questions about any factor or anything I discussed?
No, I do not. Thank you, though.
You're welcome. But I do have a few questions for you guys to answer. It's our post assessment. It'll take a few short minutes, and I'll let you guys answer these, and after a few minutes we can come back and you guys can ask any questions, and we can discuss maybe some of your ideas about improvement. It's okay. I can get you another pen. Yeah, feel free to collaborate on this and ask if you have any questions. You can ask.
So I have smoking, what we eat, and factories.
I had my carbon footprint.
Oh, I had.
Because I feel like my carbon footprint is pretty bad. Which, I mean, that affects our environment, which would affect my health, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
Like, even I, it's hard to reduce your carbon footprint. Because electricity is like all we have nowadays, obviously.
And I always see people, like, they get bamboo, like, toothbrushes and reusable like, toothpaste and, like, soap pods.
Mm-hmm. I feel like there's more options that we're even not aware of.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
That, like, are alternatives for electricity. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Finish.
Mrs. Osborne.
Yeah.
What can you do? What are you doing to improve your health with these factors in mind?
Are you confused about the question?
Yes, because I can't change this.
Wait, what?
Smoking? You can change that.
Well, okay, so what that's asking
No,
is
okay, the only thing I really can't do is stop factories.
stop factors.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically what we're just pollution, population, food and drink pollution. With those in mind, what are you doing to find alternatives kind of? Or what can you do? Maybe not what are you doing. What can you do?
Thank you.
Yeah. It's a great idea. Great. I so appreciate you guys listening to my lesson and being here and staying engaged. I really appreciate it. So thank you.
Thank you.